Welcome back to Dragon Age. We've got a couple things to go through for Codex, and then we'll go ahead and we'll continue on. Gunlock. These are the most common darkspawn in the underground. Stocky and tough, gunlocks are notorious difficult to kill even by magic. Hurlocks. Taller than their Garlock cousins, the Hurlocks are roughly of human size, but are possessed of considerable strength and constitution. The shock troops of the Darkspawn. A single berserking Hurlock can often be a match for numerous opponents at once. They are known to adorn themselves with roughly carved tattoos to keep track of their kills and deeds, though it is unknown whether or not this is a uniform standard of these markings. Alphas. Alpha Hurlocks are more intelligent and more skilled fighters, often serving in commanders or even generals. Emissaries. Hurlock emissaries have also been known to appear during a blight. These darkspawns are only ones recorded as being capable of human speech and are often capable of employing magic. Shade. It has often been suggested that the only way for a demon to affect the world of the living is by possessing a living or once living body, but this is not always true. Indeed, a shade is one such a creature. A demon in its true form that has adopted to affect the world around it. My hypothesis is this. We already know that many demons become confused when they are possessed through the veil into our world. They are unable to tell the living from the dead, their very static nature of our universe being confusing to a creature that is accustomed to a physicality defined entirely by emotion and memory. Most demons seek to immediately seize upon anything they perceive as life. Jealousy attempting to possess it. But what those that do not? What of those that encounter no life or fail to possess a body? What if those are more cautious by their nature? These demons watch. They lurk, they envy. In time, such a demon will learn to drain energy from the psyche of those it encounters, just as it did in the Fade. Once it is drained enough, it has the power to manifest and will forever after be known as a shade. Such a creature spurns possessions. It is instead float as a shadow across its piece of land, preying upon the psyche of any who crosses its path. Perhaps it believes itself in the Fade. There is evidence to believe this is so. A shade will weaken the living by its very proximity. It focuses its will. It can drain a single target very quickly. Some have been known to assault the minds of living victims, causing confusions or horror and making the target rip their kill. The tragedy of a shade is perhaps that once it has drained a target whole, its appetite is only heightened rather than stayed. The journal of a former senior Chan Mullis, once of the Circle of Ravane, declared apostate in 920 Dragon Age. Wolf. It is rather unfair, the reputation that the wolf possesses in Ferelden. For a people that is so clearly adored to their hounds, Ferelden similarly harbors a distrust of wolves that borders on the unreasonable. Unreasonable, that is, if one were not familiar with the ancient legends regarding werewolves. There was a time in Ferelden's past when demons inhabited the bodies of wolves in the great numbers, causing the wars against werewolves and spreading great fear and panic. The werewolves were slain, but even today the nobles the noble wolf is still looked upon with distrust. From Legends of Ferelden by Mother Alice of Journal 910. An attack by wolves upon civilized folks happens rarely, often only in times of desperation, and even then only when the wolves have the advantage of numbers. This can change during a blight. When a darkspawn rises onto the surface, their presence dramatically alters the savage nature of a normal beast. In the Blight Blast, as the corruption of darkspawn spreads through the wild areas of Thedas, it would infect the animals found there, and the more powerful of them would survive and transform into more vicious and dangerous beasts. A Blight Wolf is one such example. Mad with pain of its infection, and only through the overriding command of Darkspawn does this still retain some resemblance of its pack instincts. Blight wolves are always found in large groups and will tend to overwhelm a single target if they can. Using their numbers to their advantage, it is fortunate that these creatures rarely survive their corruption for a very long time. And then these are some of the quest related. I can go ahead and just read these here quickly for you. I believe we've got most of them done, other than one that we have to return to Jeddah in the Kokori, or in Redcliffe, I believe. Torn from a book of local myths and legends. The Kokori Wilds are rife with legends and myths that amaze and confound scholars since the fall of Oscar in ancient times. One such mystery lies behind the tales of Astra and Nublar, two young lovers who lived in Ostagar. The legend says that Astra grew up in the company of Gazar, a spirit of which, earth-bound and overhanging on the bank of the lake in the Kokori Wilds. Garthra began to fancy her, and they spent much of their days together, talking and laughing. Over the years, however, Astra became a woman and began to seek company of men. When Asta met Nobar, the two fell in love, and Esther hoped to bring her lover to see her spirit friend. But the spirit, angered and jealous, bid her begone. Gaza told her that she would never see it again until she brought her lover's ashes and sprinkled them over their spot. Asta was horrified, and she fled from the enraged spirit, but she began to miss Gazar. And on the day Nova asked her to marry him, she cut her beloved's throat, burned him, and brought the ashes to Gazar, knowing that their marriage would forever sever her ties to her dear spirited friend. There are legends among the Chastened that Gazar still haunts that lake, and that those who sprinkle their ashes of the deceased over the right spot can summon the spirit. In memory of the contract with its beloved Astra, God will grant a single wish and then vanish, never to be heard from again. A note is scribbled in the margin beneath the page. Marcus, I think this is real. If you take the ashes I have gave you and scatter them over a pile of rocks on the overhang, overlooking the half-sunken Winter Dome, maybe Gaza will appear and give you a wish. If the battle takes you there, I'll think it's worth a try. And he did, and it was real. And he didn't grant us a wish, but he attacked us. Alright, letter to Jogby. My dearest son, it pleases me that you wish to follow my footsteps and bring the Maker's world to the unenlightened. I wish you had chosen a less dangerous place to do so. Apologize for leaving early for the wild, son, but I wanted to set up camp and get things started. The Chastened respects one with survival skills in the wilds, so I hope to get a grip on that before you arrive, and maybe establish an agreement with the local tribes so that we have friends when you come. When you reach the wilds, you'll find it difficult to navigate. I list certain landmarks below. If you follow them, they will lead you to a location I've scouted out where I've left you some supplies. If you are lost, try to get back to that spot. and I'll find you. The landmarks are as follows. Beginning at the entrance to the wilds from Ostagar. Look for a tree leaning on the ruined building. Pass under a fallen tree bridge. Pass the submerged tower on the right. Look between a high ruined arch and a mossy standing stone. Walk along the path of the roots and stone. Look for 2 large statues with a chest between them. There you will find our meeting point. I love you, Joggy Boy. My son, I hope to see you soon. Your father, Rigby. Farewell letter to Jogby. My dear son Jogby, I fear this is the last letter I'll write you. I have had a difficult finding the chastened to bring them the Maker's word. I have, however, seen evidence of their passing. They appear to have left this area in a great haste, possibly fleeing the so-called darkspawn that are rumored to be gathering in the wilds in even greater numbers. I have left you a weapon and everything else I can spare, my son. I will try to find you once I have found a safe place. I only hope that you will be safe. With luck, we'll meet again. If you see her, tell your mother that I love her, and take care of our family. Your loving father, Rigby. Rigby's last will and testament. To whoever finds this note, this is the last will and testament of Rigby, the missionary, proud speaker of the Maker's words. Maker's word. I have come to the wilds to speak the chant, but I fear I die here at the hands of the Darkspawn. I leave all that I came with to my wife, Jetta. Should the reader of this note feel charitable, I buried a sealed lockbox in our camp, nestled in a winter ruin in the western reach of the wilds. It is my will that this lockbox finds my wife in Redcliffe, and it is sealed shut when it reaches her. To my wife and son, I apologize my work has taken me from you, but I know that I will die in service to the Maker, Rigby. Signs of the Chastened. The Chastened barbarians are nothing, if not clever. They have hidden markers and signs in the arrangements of stones and rubbles along the paths of the wilds. In this way, they mark trails, note places of interest, and even give warnings in a way that outsiders cannot understand. Interestingly, these marks look indistinguishable from a regular pile of stone. I have dedicated my time to deciphering these signs, and I believe I am close to a breakthrough. The trail markers seem to be pointing to a herd or a location used to a secret storage among the Chastened. I have only found a portion of the message. However, I think that if I could complete the message, find all the trail markers, I can find the cache and see what treasures the Chastened have to hide. I found one such marker near this camp, under a fallen tree leaning against the ruins. Each marker seems to point to one or two others. I hear rumors that a Darkspawn horde is coming. I hope I can find this treasure before it's too late. An excerpt from Rigby's field journal. And I believe that is it. Alright, so we'll go ahead, quick save here, and we'll go ahead and get this cache and start our process here.
Well, well, what have we here? Are you a vulture, I wonder? A scavenger, poking amidst a corpse whose bones were long since cleaned? Or merely an intruder, come into these darkspawn-filled wilds of mine in search of easy prey?
Excuse me.
What say you, Scavenger or intruder?
I'm neither. The Grey Wardens once owned this tower.
'Tis a tower no longer. The wilds have obviously claimed this desiccated corpse. I have watched your progress for some time. Where do they go, I wondered? Why are they here? And now you disturb ashes none have touched for so long. Why is that?
Don't answer her. She looks chastened, and that means others may be nearby.
Oh, you fear barbarians will swoop down upon you.
Yes, swooping is bad.
She's a witch of the wilds, she is. She'll turn us into toads.
Witch of the Wilds. Such idle fancies, those legends. Have you no minds of your own? You there. Women do not frighten like little boys. Tell me your name and I shall tell you mine.
I'm Alara. A pleasure to meet you.
Now that is a proper civil greeting, even here in the wilds. You may call me Morrigan. Shall I guess your purpose? You sought something in that chest? Something that is here no longer?
Here no longer? You stole them, didn't you? You're some kind of sneaky witch thief.
How very eloquent. How does one steal from dead men?
Quite easily, it seems. Those documents are Grey Warden property, and I suggest you return them.
I will not, for 'twas not I who removed them. Invoke a name that means nothing here any longer if you wish. I am not threatened.
Then who removed them?
'Twas my mother, in fact.
Can you take us to her?
There is a sensible request. I like you.
I'd be careful. First it's, I like you, but then zap. Frog time.
She'll put us all in the pot, she will. Just you watch.
If the pot's warmer than this forest, it'd be a nice change.
Follow me then, if it pleases you.
Very well.
Greetings, Mother. I bring before you 4 Grey Wardens who...
I see them, girl. Much as I expected.
Are we supposed to believe you were expecting us?
You are required to do nothing, least of all believe. Shut one's eyes tight or open one's arms wide. Either way, one's a fool.
She's a witch, I tell you. We shouldn't be talking to her.
Quiet, dammit. If she's really a witch, do you want to make her mad?
There is a smart lad. Sadly irrelevant to the larger scheme of things, but it is not I who decides. Believe what you will. And what of you? Does your woman's mind give you a different viewpoint? Or do you believe as these boys do?
I'm not sure what to believe.
A statement that possesses more wisdom than it implies. Be always aware. Or is it oblivious? I can never remember. So much about you is uncertain, and yet I believe. Do I? Why, it seems I do.
So this is a dreaded witch of the wilds.
Witch of the Wilds, huh? Morrigan must have told you that. She fancies such tales, though she would never admit it. Oh, how she dances under the moon.
They did not come to listen to your wild tales, Mother.
True, they came for their treaties, yes? And before you begin barking, your precious seal wore off long ago. I have protected these.
You... Oh, you protected them.
And why not? Take them to your Grey Wardens and tell them this blight's threat is greater than they realize.
Thank you for returning them.
Such manners. Always in the last place you look. Like stockings. Oh, do not mind me. You have what you came for.
Time for you to go, then.
Do not be ridiculous, girl. These are your guests.
Oh, very well. I will show you out of the woods. Follow me.
If they can't see you, they can't kill you.
We can probably remove that now. Thank you. What was that, Jordy? Yeah, that was Jordy. There we go. Alright, and we're saving. Alright, be forewarned here. we're gonna get a little needy and greedy, and I'm gonna pull stuff off of David and Jordy, so we're gonna have naked men following us for a little bit. Very good. Alright. Off we go.
As you say.
Oh, we get to name it. I always name my dog Bark Spawn ever since you do one of the extra DLCs, Alistair, in where you try to beat him as a dark spawn. He names his dog Bark Spawn, and it's so cute and enduring, and I can't seem to step away from it. Yeah, so it's always Bark Spawn. It drives my daughter crazy, but hey.
Greetings. Are you one of the Grey Wardens that went into the wilds? Did you happen to see any white flowers?
Yes, in fact, I have one of them with me.
I don't know for sure that the flower will aid my poor hounds, but it's worth trying. I have, let's see, 20 silver to offer as a reward for it.
That should be fine.
Thank you for your assistance, then. Perhaps we won't lose as many hounds as I'd feared.
Perfect. Completed. And we're gonna go over here.
It shall be done.
And we have... I guess I don't have it. That's fine. I've been playing too many other games.
Hello
I
again.
wanna click
Is there
my
something you
mouse from
need? Some supplies,
BG3.
perhaps?
Let me see what you
Well,
have.
let me know what you'd like.
Alright. Get rid of, get rid of, get rid of, get rid of. We're gonna get rid of that. Don't need that anymore. Don't need that. Don't need that. I'm gonna hold on to that. Messed that up. Alright, we're gonna keep that for Liana. Keeping that. And I didn't take the bag. Okay. Perfect. Any additional stuff here? Nope. Looks good. Let's buy all these because he'll probably be gone after we go continue. So we're gonna go ahead and do
Hello again. Is there something you need? Some supplies, perhaps?
Let me see your other
So long
notes.
as you keep it quiet.
Yeah. We don't need that. Okay. Alright. Let's go on with the joining then.
So you returned from the wilds.
Naked
Have you
men.
been successful?
We have?
Good. I've had the Circle mages preparing. With the blood you've retrieved, we can begin the joining immediately.
Now will you tell us about what this ritual is about?
I will not lie. We Grey Wardens pay a heavy price to become what we are. Fate may decree that you pay your price now rather than later.
I have no problem facing what is to come.
I agree. Let's have it done.
Then let us begin. Alistair, take them to the old temple.
Excuse me.
The more I hear about this joining, the less I like it.
Are you blubbering again?
Why all these damn tests? Have I not earned my place?
Maybe it's tradition. Maybe they're just trying to annoy you.
I swear I'm the bravest one here, and I'm a woman.
I only know that my wife is in Highover with a child on the way. If they had warned me, it just doesn't seem fair.
Would you have come if they'd warned you? Maybe that's why they don't. The Wardens do what they must, right?
Including sacrificing us?
I'd sacrifice a lot more if I knew it would end the Blight.
You make a good point.
You saw those Darkspawns tonight. Wouldn't you die to protect your pretty wife from them? Maybe you'll die. Maybe we'll all die. If nobody stops the Darkspawn, we'll die for sure.
I've just never faced a foe I could not engage with my blade.
At last we come to the joining. The Grey Wardens were founded during the First Blight, when humanity stood on the verge of annihilation. So it was that the first Grey Wardens drank of Darkspawn blood and mastered their taint.
We're going to drink the blood of those creatures.
As the first Grey Wardens did before us, as we did before you. This is the source of our power and our victory.
Those who survive the joining become immune to the taint. We can sense it in the Darkspawn and use it to slay the Archdemon.
Those who survive?
Not all who drink the blood will survive, and those who do are forever changed. This is why the joining is a secret. It is the price we pay. We speak only a few words prior to the joining, but these words have been said since the first. Alistair, if you would.
Join us, brothers and sisters. Join us in the shadows where we stand vigilant. Join us as we carry the duty that cannot be forsworn. And should you perish, know that your sacrifice will not be forgotten. And that one day, we shall join you.
Davith, step forward.
To die in your whitey tighties.
I am sorry, Davith.
Oh man.
Step forward, Jory.
But I have a wife, a child. Had I known...
There is no turning back.
No, you ask too much. There is no glory in this.
You're gonna die in your whitey tighties too.
I am sorry.
I mean, it's cruel, but...
But the joining is not yet complete. You are called upon to submit yourself to the taint for the greater good.
How good that mod worked.
From this moment forth, you are a Grey Warden. It is finished. Welcome.
2 more deaths. In my joining, only one of us died, but it was horrible. I'm glad at least one of you made it through.
How do you feel?
Nothing you said prepared me for that.
Such is what it takes to be a Grey Warden.
Did you have dreams? I had terrible dreams after my joining.
Such dreams come when you begin to sense the Darkspawn, as we all do. That and many other things can be explained in the months to come.
Before I forget, there is one last part to your joining. We take some of that blood and put it in a pendant. Something to remind us of those who didn't make it this far.
Take some time. When you're ready, I'd like you to accompany me to a meeting with the King.
What kind of meeting?
The King is discussing strategy for the upcoming battle. I am not sure why he has requested your presence. The meeting is to the west, down the stairs. Please attend as soon as you're able.
So, you know, I made light on that, but it's a horrible thing for the Grey Wardens to keep that so secret. But I suppose if you look at in their point of view, nobody would join if they knew the aspects of the actual joining. What I have on is better than what I have here. Same with that. I'll throw the fire in there and get rid of some of the inventory here. And my outfit is a lot better than the outfit that they're giving me. And we will take that and hold that on for Liliana here. Okay. I'm gonna go ahead.
Hello again. Is there something you need? Some supplies, perhaps?
I don't need anything.
Well, let me know what you'd like.
Sell some stuff here. Hold on to that for now. I'm holding on to that. Don't need that. Alright, looks like we're good. So let's go to the meeting.
Loghain, my decision is final. I will stand by the Grey Wardens in this assault.
You risk too much, Kalen. The Darkspawn Horde is too dangerous for you to be playing hero on the front lines.
That's the case. Perhaps we should wait for the Orlesian forces to join us after all.
I must repeat my protest to your fool notion that we need the Orlesians to defend ourselves.
It is not a fool notion. Our arguments with the Orlesians are a thing of the past, and you will remember who is king.
How fortunate Marek did not live to see his son ready to hand Ferelden over to those who enslaved us for a century.
Then our current forces will have to suffice, won't they? Duncan, are your men ready for battle?
They are, Your Majesty.
And this is the lady from Highever I met earlier? I understand congratulations are in order.
Thank you, Your Majesty.
Every Grey Warden is needed now. You should be honored to join their ranks.
Your fascination with glory and legends will be your undoing, Kalen. We must attend to reality.
Fine. Speak your strategy. The Grey Wardens and I draw the Darkspawn into charging our lines, and then?
You will alert the tower to light the beacon, signaling my men to charge from cover.
To flank the Darkspawn, I remember. This is the Tower of Ishal in the ruins, yes? Well, who shall light this beacon?
I have a few men stationed there. It's not a dangerous task, but it is vital.
Then we should send our best. Send Alistair and the new Grey Warden to make sure it's done.
I'll do my best, Your Majesty.
You rely on these Grey Wardens too much. Is that truly wise?
Enough of your conspiracy theories, Loghain. Grey Wardens battle the Blight no matter where they're from.
Your Majesty, you should consider the possibility of the Archdemon appearing.
There have been no signs of any dragons in the wilds.
Isn't that what your men are here for, Duncan?
Yes, Your Majesty.
Your Majesty, the tower and its beacon are unnecessary. The
We
Circle
will
of
not
Magi...
trust any lives to your spells, Mage. Save them for the Darkspawn.
Easy.
Enough! This plan will suffice. The Grey Wardens will light the beacon.
Thank you, Loghain. I cannot wait for that glorious moment. The Grey Wardens battle beside the King of Ferelden to stem the tide of evil.
Yes, Galen. A glorious moment for us all.
You heard the plan. You and Alistair will go to the Tower of Ishal and ensure the beacon is lit.
What? I won't be in the battle.
This is by the King's personal request, Alistair. If the beacon is not lit, Tern Loghain's men won't know when to charge.
So he needs 2 Grey Wardens standing up there holding the torch, just in case, right?
I agree with Alistair. We should be in battle.
That is not your choice. If King Cailan wishes Grey Wardens to ensure the beacon is lit, then Grey Wardens will be there. We must do whatever it takes to destroy the Darkspawn, exciting or no.
I get it, I get it. Just so you know, if the king ever asks me to put on a dress and dance the Remigold, I'm drawing the line. Darkspawn or no.
I think I'd like to see that.
For you, maybe. But it has to be a pretty dress.
The tower is on the other side of the gorge from the King's camp, the way we came when we arrived. You'll need to cross the gorge and head through the gate and up to the tower entrance. From the top, you'll overlook the entire valley.
When do we light the beacon?
We will signal you when the time is right. Alistair will know what to look for.
Can we join the battle afterwards?
Stay with the Terran's men and guard the tower. If you are needed, we will send word.
What if the Archdemon appears?
We soil our drawers, that's what.
If it does, leave it to us. I want no heroics from either of you.
Yes, sir. How much time do we have?
The battle is about to begin. Once I leave, move quickly. You'll have less than an hour.
Are we in any danger?
Of course, even the best laid plans go awry. So do what you must. I trust you both.
Just not enough to actually fight with the rest of you.
There will be plenty of battles, Alistair. Be patient.
I know what I have to do.
Then I must join the others. From here, you two are on your own. Remember, you are both Grey Wardens. I expect you to be worthy of that title.
Duncan, may the Maker watch over you.
May he watch over us all.
Approval 1. Level up here. I'm gonna give you this. Alright, Alistair. Alright, everyone, and this is where we're gonna cut short. I'm just gonna go up here. And we'll see you in the next episode where we go to the Tower of Shal. See you guys later.